My teenage son's grades improved dramatically after I grounded him from video games, but he was actually being tutored by his online gaming friends who were college students. I thought I'd cracked the code. My 15-year-old Jake had been bombing algebra and chemistry for months, staying up until 2 a.m. yelling at his computer screen every night. His report card was a disaster, D's and F's across the board. So I did what any frustrated parent would do. I unplugged his gaming setup and locked it in the garage. "This is so unfair," he groaned, throwing himself on the couch like the world was ending. "You don't understand how important this tournament is. More important than passing sophomore year?" I shot back. "The Xbox stays locked up until you bring those grades to at least C's." For the first week, Jake moped around the house like a zombie. He'd sit at the kitchen table doing homework with this defeated look, asking me basic math questions I couldn't even answer. I felt terrible, but I had to stay strong. His mom had left when he was 12, and I was doing this alone. I couldn't let him fail. Then something weird happened. His attitude completely changed. Instead of complaining about homework, he started asking if he could go to the library after school. He'd come home with actual textbooks, not just his laptop. During dinner, he'd randomly explain chemical reactions or tell me about quadratic equations like he actually understood them. "Since when do you care about this stuff?" I asked one night while he was working through algebra problems at the kitchen table. "I don't know," he shrugged. "It's starting to make sense, I guess." 3 weeks later, his chemistry teacher called me at work. "I wanted to let you know Jake got a 94 on his last test," she said. "Whatever you're doing at home is working. He's like a completely different student." I was shocked. 94? This was the same kid who'd gotten a 32 on his midterm. When I got home, I found him in his room with his laptop, typing frantically. "Hey, what are you working on?" I asked, peeking over his shoulder. He quickly minimized the window. "Just regular homework stuff," but I'd seen enough. It looked like some kind of chat program, not homework. That night, I waited until he was asleep and checked his laptop. What I found made my jaw drop. He had been video chatting with his gaming buddies, but they weren't just random kids online. There was Emma, a chemistry major at State University, Tyler, who was studying engineering, and Ben, a math tutor who worked at his college's learning center. They had actual study sessions scheduled. I scrolled through hours of chat logs where they explained concepts, walked him through problems, and even quizzed him. One message from Emma read, "Your dad sounds like he really cares about you. We're going to make sure you ace this next test so you can get your games back." Tyler had written, "My parents took my stuff away too when I was struggling. Trust me, proving them wrong feels amazing." I sat there staring at the screen, feeling like the worst father in the world. These college kids, strangers from his video games, had stepped up to help my son when I couldn't. They weren't just helping him cheat or giving him answers, they were actually teaching him. The next morning at breakfast, Jake was eating cereal and reviewing chemistry notes. I cleared my throat. "So, how are your online friends?" I asked casually. He looked up, panic flashing across his face. "What do you mean?" "Emma, Tyler, and Ben, your tutors." His face went completely red. "Dad, I can explain." "You don't need to explain anything," I interrupted. "Your chemistry teacher called yesterday. You got a 94-inch. He nodded slowly, like he was waiting for punishment. "I'm proud of you," I said, "and I owe your friends a thank you." That afternoon, I unlocked the garage and helped Jake set up his gaming system again. But now I understood what it really was. Not just games, but a network of friends who actually cared about helping him succeed. "There's one condition," I told him as we plugged everything back in. "I want to meet these tutors properly, and maybe learn how they're teaching you this stuff, because clearly they're better at it than I am." Jake grinned, the first real smile I'd seen from him in months. "They're online right now if you want to say hi." That evening, I found myself awkwardly waving at a computer screen, thanking 3 college students I'd never met for believing in my son when I'd almost given up.